driving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, we about to learn how to drive a Sherman.
Yeah, it drives quite a bit like an ordinary bulldozer, or the older bulldozers. You got tiller bars for steering. And what they do is when you pull one, it slows down the track on that side of the tank. The other track, through this big control diff here, speeds up a little bit, and you do your turn. And the harder you pull, the sharper the turn will be. If you have to stop the tank, you pull them both at the same time, because they're also your brakes. We've got a fuel shut-off and hand control here. We've got a gear shift, which is very much like the ones in a heavy-duty truck, because the transmission is right in here. We have a throttle lock. I can push this throttle lever forward to rev the engines up and then lock it in place with this one. And because the tank has two engines and each engine has its own clutch, when I step on this clutch pedal, I'm releasing two clutches. If something has happened to one of the engines, say the right-hand engine, if I pull this knob out and then release the clutch, only the left engine will drive. So you've still got mobility, although your horsepower has been cut in half, of course. And then we have various instruments here to tell us what's going on, mostly in the engine room, the engine speed, the oil pressure, the temperature, how much fuel we've got, and whether we're charging the batteries or not, and how fast we're going. Not that that goes very fast. It does about 30 miles an hour. And light switch, fuel selector switch, and over here the panel lights for just inside of here. And then back behind me here is a master switch that kills all power to the tank.
All right. On that instrument panel, what are some things that the driver has to keep an eye on?
Mostly your pressure and temperature gauges, and there is a master warning light down here. If something goes wrong, you lose oil pressure on one side, or an engine's overheating, this light will turn on, and then you look to see which gauge is out of normal range.
Ah.
And that tells you what's happened out there.
Awesome.
Now back in the back corner, yeah, you can kind of see it back there. There's a little charging set back there that they call Little Joe. And it's a small two-stroke engine and a 28-volt generator. And when you're on station and you need power for your guns and your radio, you run that instead of the main engines. And it saves a lot of fuel.
Nice.
And even the Little Joe there, the ducting arrangement for the cooling, it's an air-cooled engine, can be routed into the engine room itself, or it can be routed into the battery box to help you start up in the cold. And that's the main controls. He's got the guns controls up there. If you're in a hatches down situation, of course, you can't see out front, so you look through here, and you've got one on your side right there. You look through that, and then you can see what's out front. These periscopes can also be installed in the hatch itself. If you look up at the hatch over your head there, you'll see there's an aluminum box. And the periscope goes in there, and it'll pop the lid open on the outside, just like these lids. And now the co-driver and the driver can see where they're going.
All this could be yours, buddy.
And they swivel to help you see around corners, kind of thing.
Nice.
Here we go.
fantastic.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay, y'all. That was our Battle of Aquino reenacted. We're here at Ontario Regiment Museum again, and it is awesome. And this is like what the first third show that they're gonna have. The same thing's gonna happen tomorrow. There's a lot more today. We got Vietnam, we got the Gulf War, we got all sorts of stuff going on, and it's wicked. So I'm glad to bring you guys with me for at least some of it. That was our Sherman drive. This is part. There's a lot of really cool army gear. A ton of it's running. There's a Hetzer over there, a T-34 back over there as well. There's a lot here, and missing out on this is not recommended. There's a few more events that they have throughout the summer where tanks get up and running and you can see them, you can hear them for yourself. Highly recommended. This place is awesome. Everyone here is awesome. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks to Frank for driving. I don't know if you can see our gunner and our commander there. Fantastic. This is an awesome weekend. It's super hype. Don't miss out on this next weekend if next year if you didn't get to come this weekend. They have a lot going on, so make sure to follow Ontario Regiment Museum and you can follow some of the action. They do an awesome job keeping up on social media with some of their content. Keep up, and I will see you guys very soon. Ta!